evening, esteemed television watchers. Nakhchivan News Information Program is on air. I am Feroze Nori. Last week was a very significant date for the Nakhchivan Autonomous Republic. The state program for the socio-economic development of Nakhchivan Autonomous Republic for 2023-27 was approved by the decree of President Ilham Aliyev, dated June 5, 2023. The new state program was welcomed by the community of the Autonomous Republic with great joy and gratitude. A meeting was held regarding the implementation of the program. Firstly, we present official news.
By the decree of the President of Republic of Azerbaijan, Mr. Ilham Aliyev, dated June 5, 2023, the state program for the socio-economic development of Nakhchivan Republic for 2023-27 was approved. On June 7, a meeting was held on the implementation of the state program for the socio-economic development of the Nakhchivan Republic for 2023-27. Speaking at the meeting, the authorized representative of the President of Republic of Azerbaijan in Nakhchivan Republic, Fuad Najafli, said that the state program for the socio-economic development of Nakhchivan Republic for 2023-27 was approved by the relevant order of the President of Republic of Azerbaijan, Mr. Ilham Aliyev. The state program is quite comprehensive and wide-ranging. The authorized representative said that the 100th anniversary of Nakhchivan Republic will be celebrated next year. It is no coincidence that the Nakhchivan factor should be specially mentioned in the political activities of the great leader Haydar Aliyev within the framework of the 100th-year measures of the autonomy. It was emphasized that the approval of the state program covering the years of 2023-27 is particularly significant. The selection of 11 areas as a priority in the program is not accidental. These priority directions were formed thanks to the instructions of the President of the country, Mr. Ilham Aliyev. It was reported that the state programs adopted at the local level were applied in Nakhchivan Republic, but there is no desired result. The development achieved in the Autonomous Republic was possible as a result of efforts of the President of Republic of Azerbaijan, Mr. Ilham Aliyev. Every year, 100 million manats from the budget of the Republic of Azerbaijan are allocated to the Nakhchivan Republic in the form of subsidies. Unfortunately, in front of this support, a very flawed work has been done. But our general line, the tasks formulated by Mr. President are clear to everyone. Structural changes are already underway in the Autonomous Republic. The goals of these changes are obvious. The authorized representatives spoke in detail about 11 priority issues in the state program, drew attention to the duties of the relevant state institutions in the implementation of the tasks, and expressed gratitude to the President of Republic of Azerbaijan, Mr. Ilham Aliyev, for the adoption of the state program. Deputy Chairman of the Supreme Majlis of Nakhchivan Republic, Anar Ibrahimov, informed about the cancellation of the valid state programs of Nakhchivan Republic in connection with the adoption of the state program for the socio-economic development of Nakhchivan Republic for 2023-27. Ulvis Sainli, the head of the Office of the Supreme Majlis of Nakhchivan Republic, made a speech about the establishment of the Commission for Conducting Legal Expertise of the Normative Legal Acts of Nakhchivan Republic. Prime Minister of Nakhchivan Republic, Sabuhi Mamadov, First Deputy Chairman of the Supreme Majlis of Nakhchivan Republic, Azar Zainalov, Minister of Education, Rahman Mamadov, Rector of the Nakhchivan State University, Alburis Isayev, and Deputy Minister of Agriculture, Khayala Dadashova, said that the adoption of the relevant state program by the President of the country was highly appreciated by the public of Nakhchivan. They expressed their gratitude to the head of the state. One of the most important aspects of the state program for the socio-economic development of Nakhchivan Republic for 2023-27 for the region is the transformation of Nakhchivan into a free economic zone. This project increases the tourism, transit and logistics opportunities of Nakhchivan and opens great business horizons for foreign investors. After the decree, Turkish investors show greater interest in Nakhchivan. Last week, the delegation of the Yıldız Chamber of Industry and Commerce made a business trip to the Autonomous Republic. The delegation of the brotherly country met with Fuad Najafli, the authorized representative of the President of Republic of Azerbaijan to the Nakhchivan Republic. Prospects of mutual trade relations at the new stage were discussed at the meeting. Then the guests get acquainted with the modern production and service areas of the Autonomous Republic. Turkish businessmen are interested in the products of light and heavy industry, agriculture, food, textile, automobile industry and other fields. Later, a meeting was held in the business center with the participation of Minister of Economy of Nakhchivan Republic Tapdığalia, Consul General of Republic of Turkey in Nakhchivan Republic Asip Kaya, and head of the Iqdar Chamber of Commerce and Industry Kamil Aslan. The importance of broader projects in the field of increasing trade turnover and opportunities for cooperation between Nakhchivan Republic of Azerbaijan and Iğdır province of Turkey was emphasized at the meeting, which was also attended by the entrepreneurs operating in the Autonomous Republic. In the meeting, it was agreed to establish a joint commission in order to regulate issues in this direction. At the meeting, the proposals of the entrepreneurs and investors of both countries were listened to, and Turkish businessmen were invited to take an active part in the projects to be implemented within the framework of the implementation of the mentioned state program in revitalizing the investment environment. On June 9th, the first grain harvest of the season in the Autonomous Republic began in the village of Dasta, Ordubat region. In the Nakhchivan Autonomous Republic, the authorized representative of the President of Republic of Azerbaijan, Fad Najafli, visited the farmer's farm in the village of Dasta and participated in the ceremony of starting the grain harvest in the field. It was reported that in general, grain was planted on 21,247 hectares of the Autonomous Republic this year. 856 hectares of the grain were planted in Ordubat region. The authorized representative delivered relevant instructions and recommendations. After that, grain harvesting started in the field of farmer Zamin Husainov.
A scientific conference on Heydar Aliyev state policy and modernity was held in Nakhchivan under the joint organization of Azerbaijan National Academy of Sciences Presidium and the Nakhchivan branch of Azerbaijan National Academy of Sciences. The book Writers of Victory History, Mates of Kengerli, was presented. Children's creativity festivals were held in the Autonomous Republic. We continue our program with other important events of the last week.
A scientific conference on Heydar Aliyev statehood policy and modernity was held in Nakhchivan under the joint organization of Presidium of the Azerbaijan National Academy of Sciences and the Nakhchivan branch of Azerbaijan National Academy of Sciences. First, the guest visited the national leader Heydar Aliyev's monument in the main square of Nakhchivan and laid flowers in front of it. After visiting the Heydar Aliyev Museum, there was a viewing of exhibition National Leader Heydar Aliyev 100 in the Nakhchivan Department of Azerbaijan National Academy of Sciences. At the conference, a report and other speeches were heard on the Heydar Aliyev's training of independence, statehood and the modern era. In the Palace of Culture of Kengerli region, the book Writers of Victory History, Mothers of Kengerli was presented by Almanız Alakbarlı, a member of Union of Writers and Journalists of Azerbaijan. The speakers appreciated the book as a great contribution to the perpetuation of a memory of our heroic sons. In the end, the book Zafer History Writers, Mothers of Kengerli was presented to the families of the mothers. There was a presentation of the movie Mother Speak in Nakhchivan. At the presentation held at Youth Center, it was stated that the documentary film was shot in order to perpetuate the memory of our mothers who participated in the First and Second Karabakh Wars. Then there was a viewing of the documentary film Mother Speak. A conference was held under the organization of Ministry of Health of the Nakhchivan Republic on the topic "The use of antibiotics without a prescription is unacceptable." It was stated at the conference that the sale of antibiotics without a prescription is prohibited on the territory of the Republic and the arbitrary use of antibiotics is unacceptable. Also, the initiative of the Ministry of Health of the Republic of Nakhchivan, the Color Prescription System project will be launched in the near future. The medical staff of the Perinatal Center of Nakhchivan Republic organized a medical action in Dasta village of Ordubat region. A total of 38 residents were provided with gynecological services during the medical campaign on the occasion of 100th anniversary of our national leader Heydar Aliyev. A promotional exhibition of local companies on the theme Heydar Aliyev and Azerbaijani entrepreneurship was held in Baku. At the exhibition, products and services of more than 150 local companies operating in industry, agriculture, food, ICT, education, construction, logistics, textile and other fields were displayed. Mineral waters, lemonades, salt, energy and soft drinks, tiles, metalax, peros, concrete block adhesives, paints of 3 production companies operating in Nakhchivan were displayed at the exhibition. Children's creative festivals on the theme Children's Are Our Future were held in the regions of Autonomous Republic. At the festival, the participants get acquainted with the exhibitions of the handicrafts of the general education, extracurricular and preschool educational institutions of the region, students of the regional art school, members of the association operating in the art gallery, watched the double blank games, saw works of art, steam, waving, marbling and other art examples. A meeting of young people with the participants of the Patriotic War was organized in Nakhchivan. The speakers spoke about the heroism of our soldiers in the Patriotic War and thanked each of the veterans. At the meeting, letters of thanks were presented to the participants of the war, and those who excelled in their activities in instilling the sense of military patriotism in young people were awarded with an honorary degree.
Armenia is preparing to build a large metallurgical plant in the region bordering the Nakhchivan Autonomous Republic and in the area very close to the border with Turkey in Arazdeyan, with the investment of $70 million. Of course, the construction of the plant will lead to the destruction of the environment, ecosystem and air pollution with toxic waste. This caused the rightful dissatisfaction of the residents of Nakhchivan, including Sederek.
Biz əvvəlki dövrlərdə də stil arxının ətrafında ölü balıqlara rast gəlmişdik. Biz bunun mənbəyi bizim üçün də məlum idi. Sonra da məlum oldu ki, Arazdeyan'dan donuzçuluq deyilən birlik var. Orada dərmanlama nəticəsində stil arxına axıdılır o sular. Şir arxının suyundan da biz suvarma suyu kimi istifadə elədikdə bu bizim məhsuldarlığa da əlavə xəstəliklər əmələ gətirir. Bizə məlum olmayan zərərvericilər gəlir.
Here is Sederek. 30 years ago, we lost more than 150 martyrs in this land in battles with Armenian invaders. During the years of independence, this country was beautified and received its share of complex construction works. The houses that were brutally destroyed during the Armenian attack in the 90s of the last century have been rebuilt, and the population has increased. Recently, an article entitled "Armenia is preparing to build a large metallurgical plant in Arazdeyan" in the Armenian press has caused serious concern and dissatisfaction among the people of Sederek. The construction of the plant will lead to the destruction of the environment, ecosystem and air pollution with toxic waste. Residents say that the village of Arazdeyan, where the plant will be located, is on the edge of the Araz River, and the waste from the plant will certainly be discharged into the Araz River. This caused the rightful dissatisfaction of the residents of Nakhchivan, including Sederek.
Metallurji zavodundan axırılacaq zəhərli maddələr bizi çox narahat edir. Bir yerli sakin kimi biz buna öz etirazımızı bildiririk.
Residents of Sederek district say that this is Armenia's next environmental crime, because Shirarkha, a branch of the Araz River, has been repeatedly polluted by Armenians and living things have been destroyed. If Armenia wants to build a factory, it should do its work outside the border, in the centers of the country, and be responsible about it.
Ermənistan tərəfindən ağır metallurgiya zavodunun sərhədyanı ərazidə tikilməsinin planlaşdırılması, sərhədyanı ərazidə ekoloji tarazlığın pozulmasına və eyni zamanda ekoloji fəlakətin yaranmasına səbəb olacaqdır. Burada yaşayan insanların sağlamlığına və eyni zamanda kənd təsərrüfatı üçün böyük bir fəsadlara gətirib çıxara biləcəkdir.
Eco-activists of the region have also expressed their concerns about the issue.
Biz də qanuna uyğun qanunvericilik çərçivəsində öz şikayətlərimizi, etirazlarımızı bildirmişik və bir daha mən bildirmək istəyərdim ki, Sederek rayonu ərazisində əgər bu tullantılar həmin bu Şirarxı çayına axıdılarsa, bu ərazidə malqaranın, iri və xırdaboynuzlu malqaranın, təsərrüfatın, suvarma sistemlərinin daha böyük fəsadlara gətirib çıxarmasına, o cümlədən əkinçiliyin yararsızlara düşməsinə səbəb ola bilər.
It should be noted that $70 million are planned to be invested in the construction of the plant in the area. The construction of this plant may lead to the destruction of livestock and crops in Sederek, which is located on the border, and people may face serious diseases because the farms use the water of the Shirarkh from Armenia.
Eğer bu mesele Ermənistan Respublikası daxilində tikilmiş olsaydı, Ermənistan dövləti həmin suyun təkrar istifadəsinə, təmizlənməsinə vəsait ayırmalıydı. Araz dəyəndə belə bir zavodun tikilməsi isə ondan xəbər verir ki, Ermənistan dövləti Arazın suyundan istifadə edərək alınmış çirkli suyu birbaşa heç bir məsuliyyət daşımadan Azərbaycan sərhədində bir daha Arazın suyuna qatacaqdır.
Rasim Settarzadə, advisor to the Minister of Ecology and Natural Resources, noted that according to the terms of the Convention on Environmental Impact Assessment in the Transborder Context, signed in Espoo, Finland, if large-scale economic activities planned by the parties to the convention in their own country may have a negative environmental impact on the territory of other countries, this activity should be agreed with the relevant institutions of that country, and a document related to the assessment of the environmental impacts should be prepared. Azerbaijan and Armenia are parties to that convention. The prepared assessment document should be reviewed not only by Armenia but also by relevant institutions of Azerbaijan, and public hearings should be held with Azerbaijanis living close to the region. It should be recalled that the Armenians made the Araz River a victim of an ecological disaster. The Araz River, in the truest sense of the word, has become a collector of mining industry enterprises of Armenia. Research shows that every year 350 million cubic meters of water passing through the territory of Armenia are polluted with chemicals. In addition, the facts show that Armenia is dangerous not only for Azerbaijan but for the entire region and the world. We are talking about the Naxcivantv nuclear power plant, which has been in use for more than 40 years and has long since reached the end of its operational life. Esteemed television watchers, finally we presented culture and sport news.
At the Nakhchivan Teachers Institute, an individual art exhibition of Fuad Ahmadov, a fourth-year student majoring in the fine art teaching, was organized called Colorful Melody of Nature. More than 20 works were displayed in the exhibition. Dedicated to the 100th anniversary of the national leader Heydar Aliyev's birth, a solo concert by Fatima Ahmadova, a 5th grade law student, was organized. In a concert program organized in the Palace of Culture of Babesh district, the young talent performed musical numbers composed of the works of Azerbaijani and world musicians. The Gymnastic for All festival was held for the first time in the Autonomous Republic, dedicated to the 100th anniversary of the birth of national leader Heydar Aliyev. Gymnasts performed artistic compositions and the various dance numbers. Gymnasts and their coaches and teachers who participated in the event were presented with medals, diplomas, honorary certificates, and letters of thanks.
Esteemed television watchers, we have brought to your attention the news in English. We'll present the highlights of the last week. See you next Monday at the same time. Goodbye.